Well, firstly, Karl, it's the first time we've spoken to you. How have you found it? How are you finding life here at Bradford so far?
It was better before the game the other night, but I've enjoyed it so far. I've been here not quite a week yet, so it's first game out the way. Good to get that result, a much needed win, and I'm looking forward to the next few months.
Quite a contrasting week then, I imagine. Very high and then very low.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? With this in the football league, you're playing Saturday, Tuesday. The games come thick and fast, and that is literally how it is. You've got that high of a win, and you enjoy it for a couple of days, and obviously it was a sort of a reality check, I guess, for us with the defeat on Tuesday.
Just take us back a little bit as to how you've ended up here then, and how the whole process works from your perspective.
I finished at Bolton last year. I was there for the season, and my contract ended there in the end of June, and I've been out of contract since. So I've spoken to, various clubs and had certain opportunities, and the manager got in touch with me here and said, look, the situation we're in, we need bodies in. I know what you're about. We need leaders. Do you want to come up and play? I also spoke to Phil Parkinson, who obviously I had at Bolton, and he told me a bit about the club and what a good place it is, what a big club it is, and it would obviously, for me, it's a great place to come and play and try and get the club out of the situation that they're in.
And you had no hesitations with the situation that the club find itself in?
No, I've been. I don't know whether it's for some reason I've been in relegation battle after relegation battle during my career, so it's something I'm probably synonymous with now. So the situation is that the club's at the bottom, and they need we need to get out of the mess, and I had no hesitation with that. It was the same. I joined Bolton last year. There were 9 games in on 2 points. And struggling, and I was happy to go in there and do my bit and help them. In the end, it was a successful campaign, and we stayed up. So I've signed a 2-month contract. I'm hoping I can come here and certainly bring my experience and as I say, do as well as I can to get as many results for the club.
How difficult is that as an individual, knowing you're on a 2-month contract, knowing that you've got to perform day in, day out, game in, game out, if you want to extend that here at the club?
It's a weird one. I've not been in this situation before. I've never signed a 2-month contract, but I think it suits us all. The manager and everybody gets a chance to look at me and see what I can bring. Obviously, it gets the club to January as well, where they can obviously bring in more players. And for me, I want to play. I was 36 on Monday. I feel I've still got plenty left in me, and I'm keen to play. I mean, all the time I've been out since the end of last season, I've been desperate to get back out and play football. And you've been doing it so long. I've been in sort of club football since I was 11 years old. So that's 25 years of being in this industry and training sort of full time. And when you're not doing that, you certainly miss it. And I'm very competitive. So I've been playing on Tuesday nights with a load of dads from my son's school and whipping them into shape, getting them organised, and I think they're glad to see the back of me, to be honest. So hopefully I can help out here and put in some performances. And it's been tough. The first few games have been tough physically. No matter what you do yourself to try and keep fit, you can't replicate games and replicate training with 20 other lads. So it's been tough not being in this environment and going straight into it. But hopefully over the next few weeks I'll be hit my stride and physically and be where I want to be.
Sounds like you didn't have any plans at all then of hanging up the boots.
Oh no, that was never an option. It's obviously you get to this age, you've got children, kids in school, and things. Priorities start to change a little bit, but certainly I've retiring was never something that was on my radar, and so I've certainly not come out of retirement to come here. It's I had other options. I was very there were a few other things on the table, and I'm delighted to be here.
So why would Bradford City the right decision then if you had other options? What was it that Phil Parkinson said to you, and what was it that David Hopkins sold to you, I suppose, to get you in the building?
David Hopkins spoke to me, and I don't know. You get a gut feeling. I spoke to other managers, and I just felt he sounded like a good guy. Obviously, speaking to Phil helped, and I spoke to Julian also, but David just really sold it to me. It is what it is. We're in the situation we're in, and I think him knowing what I did last year sort of proved to him that I'm not worried about coming into this kind of situation, and I'm certainly not here. 2 months is not long enough for me to come and put my feet up. So I'm a battler. I'm battle hardened, and for me this is it's another situation and an opportunity for me. I see it as an opportunity. Come here, help Bradford get out of the relegation zone, and it looks great for me. I don't know what my future holds, whether I want to go into coaching or management, but I certainly think whatever it holds, if I can be a success wherever I am, then it's going to put me in good stead.
And what about the group you've come into then? Because a couple of other senior members were brought in Jim O'Brien, Paul Caddish, and then yourself. Quite a young group. What have you made to it to the standard, and what do you make to the chances of getting out of the position you find yourselves in right now?
I'm really surprised actually. Obviously you see a team at the bottom and you expect a changing room that's maybe a little bit down and out, and the team spirit maybe not quite being there, but when I spoke to the manager over the phone, he'd said already how they'd turned a corner. I'd seen the results as well, and coming in and speaking to the boys, it was as though that a corner seems to already to have been turned, and I'm hopefully here to just continue that. But they're a good set of players. Seeing them in training and in the game, the first game I played at home to Oxford. I thought once we got to grips with Oxford, maybe we were guilty of taking a bit too long to get to grips with them tactically, I thought, but once we did, I thought we were really good at that first half, and we obviously scored 2, had a couple disallowed, and I felt that we could have, from that point I was really keen to get hold of the lads alongside me and make sure we were solid. And we didn't need to win that game 5 or 6-0, 2-0 would do just fine. But I felt we could have kicked on again if we needed to. So that was impressive. I think there's a really good group of players, and a really eager group of players as well, who are keen, more than keen, who are desperate to get out of the situation.
And finally, what does it mean to you then to be playing in the FA Cup this weekend? Because you may have thought that you might have played in it for the last time, possibly, depending on where you ended up and at what point you got a club this season. So what does it mean to you to be involved again?
I mean, they're your words, not mine. I didn't think it was the last time I was playing in the FA Cup, but yeah, FA Cup's a huge competition, well known throughout the world, and it's a great opportunity for us as players. I mean, as players, you want to win games, and when you off the back of a defeat as well, a heavy defeat, we want to put that right and get a chance to get back to winning ways, and that's what this opportunity brings. Obviously, for the club, there are huge rewards financially if we can get through to the next round. I know the lads did really well against Peterborough a couple of weeks ago, so we'll be hoping for more of the same.
Good stuff, top man. Thank you.
Cheers. You said it was difficult coming in and playing again, having not played for quite a while. How difficult was it slotting in straight away, having not really met the players or had a training session with them?
I mean, I just had the one training session, so it was it's difficult. It's not easy in terms of the group and fitting into this group. That was easy. That was not a problem. They're a really good group, and I've been in a number of different changing rooms, and by and large, it's probably like any workplace. You sort of 80% great lads, 10% weirdos, and 10%, can I say, 10% not so great guys. And I'm sure I've not found those 10% yet, but I'm sure it's the same as most. They're a really good bunch, and they've welcomed me, without any problems at all. They've been really welcoming.
You certainly seem to slot straight in, were very vocal and marshalling players around you quite readily.
Yeah, that's something that it's always been in my game. I feel that I'm opinionated. I'm vocal, and I guess I feel like I know what needs to be done. I've played a lot of games in the Football League, and I think it's important to be organised. I think it's difficult. Not every dressing room is the same, and not every player is the same. And I think it already seeing this group, we've got a lot of vocal players actually. It was a big miss not having the two centre halves there on Tuesday night, because I thought they were brilliant on Saturday. And they were very vocal as well. But I think that organisation, it should be, it's a prerequisite. You've got to be organised as a team. It can give you the edge over those who aren't. And certainly that side of things. There's no effing and blinding, and it's all, everything's all said respectfully. But I think it's certainly important to be talking and helping each other out.
Did you know any of the players before you came here?
No, I didn't. I've played against a couple, but no, I didn't know any of them. But as I said, they're all really, as long as things are said in the right way, there are usually no issues. Sometimes players don't like being shouted at, and we're all different, aren't we? We'll handle maybe criticism differently, and I'm not one who will criticise players for giving the ball away, or it's my probably strengths lie in when we don't have the ball and organising us defensively. And although that was not so maybe great on Tuesday night, that's hopefully something I can add.
Cheers.